Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, even though it's Saturday, and I don't usually want to cover news on a Saturday, two new Mega EXs have been revealed. So even though it's Saturday, yeah, we're going to cover some news, and then I'm going to take my kids to the park, and it's going to be wonderful. Also, remember with the new YouTube algorithm changes, likes and comments are much more important than before, so please drop a like and a comment below. I would absolutely appreciate it. So what have we got here then? We've got actual pictures, actual readable pictures of Mega Kangaskhan and Mega Camerupt. We knew these were coming. I showed you that these were coming, but now we actually know what they do, and that is wonderful. It seems these were actually included in a booklet which were given out to local stores. Not entirely sure why booklets are being given out to local stores with unrevealed Mega EXs in, but it apparently is in the Mega Festival Fun Book, and I'm not complaining. We've got new EXs to talk about. So let's start off with Mega Kangaskhan, and I think there is a lot of potential here with Mega Kangaskhan. Like, before I even tell you what it does, it is a basic colorless Pokemon that has 300 HP. Now, the fact that it's a colorless Pokemon means that we can use Bufalon. And Bufalon here is kind of awesome. Now, you do need two of them down in order to erect that curly wall, but when you do, your colorless Pokemon takes 60 less damage from attacks. It's only basic colorless Pokemon, of course, but this is a basic colorless Pokemon. So we're fine. So now we got an effective HP of 360. That's honestly kind of awesome. But the rotation hasn't hit yet, and that means that Bravery Charm is absolutely still in the format. Gives the basic Pokemon it's attached to an extra 50 HP. Well, you're already a 300 HP basic, yeah? Just before you start, you're a 300 HP basic. So now we go and put this on there, and you're a 350 HP basic, but now you're taking 60 less damage from attacks by virtue of Bufalon, which I do think is absolutely essential here. And oh, hang on a second, things are looking pretty gosh darn nice. What's that, you say? Still not enough? How about Lively Stadium that gives basic Pokemon in play an extra 30 HP? So now you've got 380 HP and you take 60 less from attacks, an effective HP of 440, and remember, I'm not asking a lot here. A stadium, a tool, two basic Pokemon. That's all I'm asking for here. Make no mistake about it, this is a phenomenally hard Pokemon to KO. And sure, there's going to be things that can get KOs, fighting types and Roaring Moon and all of that. Fine. But I am telling you that this is going to be, if you don't have a specific answer to it, and bearing in mind Roaring Moon is rotating out in the next rotation and the only thing you're losing is Bravery Charm, you'll still have the Stadium and Bufalon, this is going to be a hard Pokemon to KO. Is it worth playing though? Yes. First of all, we've got the ability, and the ability is awesome. What we've got here is, once during your turn, if this is your active Pokemon, draw 2 cards. Now you can only use one of these during your turn, you cannot stack it. So even if you've got multiple Kangaskhan, you cannot use multiple Kangaskhan. I'm honestly alright with this. I don't really mind that at all, honestly. I mean, look, obviously I'd like to be able to use it multiple times, but it's a basic Pokemon that's drawing 2 cards. Yeah, that's absolutely fine by me. I have no issues with this. If you're attacking with it, you're literally just getting an extra 2 cards every turn. That's phenomenal. We've then got Rapid Fire Combo, free colorless energy, so you can use any energy and any energy acceleration that you like here. And you deal 200 damage, flip a coin till you get tails, 50 more for each heads. Now, realistically, half the time that's going to be 250, half the time it's going to be 200, and then half the time it's 250, it's actually going to be 300 and so. But that's not really the point here, yeah? There's going to be times you can spike your luck and go hitting 300, 350, 400. That's going to be lovely. I don't think the flip is actually that relevant here. It's a nice little bonus, but I don't really care. Honestly, free energy 200 is fine by me. Because I am not playing Kangaskhan on its own. I'm using Bravery Charm and Bouffalon and Lively Stadium. I'm going to have a 380 HP basic Pokemon that takes 60 less damage from attacks. I am going to make this extremely difficult to KO. Oh yeah, and also, just as a fun little side note, this is also a half-decent draw engine just by itself, drawing 2 cards every turn. I am 2-hit KOing basically everything with Kangaskhan, because nothing's got naturally 400 HP or more. I am 2-hit KOing everything with Kangaskhan. I don't really care about 1-hit KOing. I am going to be able to tank a hit. I'm 2-hit KOing anything. And then, of course, we've got other things we can play around with. Like, anyone want to guess what your A-spec of choice is going to be here? I can't tell you it's going to be Scoop Up Cyclone, but it's going to be Scoop Up Cyclone. You've got enough bulk. You don't want to be using any of those A-specs that are giving you extra bulk or any of that. Nah, mate, don't worry about that. Take a hit, maybe 2, use Scoop Up Cyclone, reset, and off you go. I think this is brilliant. I'm giving it 4 Wassies because it's ridiculously difficult to KO. It's got a built-in draw engine. And the attack is honestly fine. The attack is okay. There's going to be those brilliant times where you get an unexpected KO on something big, and that's going to be lovely. The attack isn't the point here. This is like all of those disruption Pokemon, those wall Pokemon we've had in the past. The attack is serviceable. But when you combine a serviceable attack with a ridiculously difficult to KO Pokemon that has a built-in draw engine, yeah. Honestly, I think 4 Wassies might be way too low, but I've said it now. So let's move on to Camerupt, which I don't like as much as Kangaskhan, but still has a lot of potential. 340 HP Stage 1 Mega EX, and we've got 4 energy, 280, discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. It's all right. I mean, look, 280 here is fine. You'll get basic EXs, but you're not doing great against Megas here. You're not getting stage 2 EXs. I'm not sure there's enough that you're KOing with this second attack. It takes 4 energy. You have to discard 2 of them. It's a little bit awkward. Except for the fact that we have Ignition Energy. If we didn't have Ignition Energy, I'd be looking at this very, very differently. But we do. And what Ignition Energy does here is it's free colorless energy. And it falls off at the end of your turn, but you don't really care. You put 1 basic fire on Mega Camerupt, and then you attach Ignition Energy, do 280, discard it. Well, it was going to fall off at the end of your turn anyway, so there's literally no downside. Next turn, attach, discard. Without Ignition Energy, I don't think this second attack works. But we have Ignition Energy. So it's fine, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely fine. And look, 280 is still getting basic and stage 1 EXs, but it's not getting all the megas, and it's not getting stage 2 EXs. But I don't really care anymore because I'm putting in so much less effort. It's essentially stashing energy on there, and then it's single energy stage 1 280. That I can get behind. And sure, it doesn't have the bulk of a Mega Kangaskhan, but it's still got 340 HP. So let's not pretend this is some kind of like tiny, super easy to KO Pokemon. I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, it is not. And actually, now I'm in favor of this. Didn't like it until I remembered about Ignition Energy. With Ignition Energy, this one actually becomes really kind of fun. And then we got a really useful first attack. Single energy. If your opponent's active Pokemon is burned, it does 160 more damage. 80 base, 240 if they're burned. Oh, yeah, I love this. And again, this is one of those attacks. If we didn't have a nice, easy way to burn our opponent's active, I wouldn't like this. But we do. It's Volcanion. Oh, cool. Volcanion EX, if it's active, you just make them burned. You just burn them. And then you go and do 160 plus the 80 is 240. Yeah. And remember, we've got Latias as well here. So even though you still have to get your Camerupt out the active, little bit annoying. But if you can just switch out one time, then Volcanion will get the burn. And then Latias will get the retreat. And then it's actually not that difficult. You can even start playing around if you wish here with Magmortar. Because remember, you will be doing extra burn damage here. 3 more damage counters during Pokemon checkup. That's not too bad, but you already need bench space for Camerupt and Volcanion and probably Latias as well. So at that point, it is getting a little bit awkward, but it is there as an option if you can find the bench space. And the thing you need to remember here is you're not actually doing 240 because you're burning them. You're actually doing minimum, and it could well be more, but you're actually doing minimum 260. Because remember now, burn happens, 2 damage counters, then you flip for burn. So that second attack doing 280 with Ignition Energy is kind of fun, but the first attack here is single energy 260. And you can build it up again. And now I'm loving it. You're still not one-hit KOing stage 2 EXs. You're still not KOing in one hit a bunch of the Megas. But I'm not so worried about that now, because you're a 340 HP stage 1, and you're doing these attacks easily. The rule is very simple. The less effort you have to put in, the more I'm willing to forgive the numbers. These numbers are good, not great, but because the attacks are pretty easy to pull off, I'm kind of liking it. I'm also going to give this one 4 Wassies. I think we've got a good pair of Megas here, but I've told you all about them. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all of this in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And please do remember, with the new YouTube algorithm, likes and comments mean so much more. So please do consider dropping them. I would really appreciate it. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.